Welcome to the Lifetime Assembly channel. My name is Jordan, and today I'm going to help you assemble your 9.5 by 7 foot outdoor storage shed. Before we get started, make sure the model number of your shed is listed in the description below. This video will follow the steps outlined in the assembly manual that comes with the shed. So if you've already begun and need help on a specific step, check the description below for a time step associated with each step. There are steps in this assembly that require 2 people, so make sure you have at least one other adult available to help. Before we get into the assembly process, let's take a look at the tools you'll need to complete this job. You may want to pause the video now so you can gather the supplies shown on the screen. Also, you may see us use an impact driver. If you decide to use one as well, be careful not to over-torque or over-tighten the hardware. You will also need additional tools to prepare a foundation for your shed, so refer to your manual to see what other resources you will need. All Lifetime sheds are required to be built on a foundation. We recommend you build your foundation out of concrete, but you can also use lumber. This video is meant to be a companion to the assembly manual and not a direct replacement. So for the best results, have the assembly manual on hand as you complete the build. It is also crucial that you refer to the assembly manual to review the safety instructions of this build to prevent serious injury or property damage. All right, let's get started. This section goes over the requirements of building the foundation for your shed. This video focuses on the assembly of the shed and not the foundation, so refer to your manual in section 1 to see how to properly build the foundation for your shed. If you have additional questions regarding the foundation of your shed, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team at the number below. Align the holes of the connector to the holes of the gutter channel, then secure with the hardware. Align the holes of the truss brace to the holes of the gutter channel and secure with the hardware. Insert the truss rod through the connector and the truss brace and secure with the nut on both ends. Repeat these steps for a second truss assembly. Align the holes on the connector with the holes on the longer gutter channel, then secure with the hardware. Now align the holes on the connector with the holes on the short gutter channel and secure with the hardware. Align the holes in the middle of the long gutter channel with the holes of the truss brace and secure with the hardware. Line up the holes of the gutter channel and the truss brace. Then add the vertical truss brace, making sure it's oriented like this, and secure with the hardware. Align the holes of the horizontal truss brace with the holes of the short gutter channel and the holes of the vertical truss brace and secure with the hardware. Now tighten the hardware from the previous step. Now insert the truss rod through the connector and the truss brace and secure with a nut on both ends. Only tighten until the truss rod doesn't wiggle. Add the L bracket to this hole on the horizontal truss brace, oriented like this, and then secure with the hardware. Only finger tighten this hardware for now. Insert the support tube to this square hole, making sure that the holes on the tube are facing up. Take two gable halves, align them in the center, and secure with the hardware. Repeat these steps for the second gable. Take the left door, which is the one with the Lifetime logo, and locate these two divots on the back, making sure to only go through the first layer of plastic. Drill them out with the provided drill bit. Then flip the door over and repeat on the front. Align these holes in the square tube with these holes on the door. Then insert the tube into the bottom of the door, making sure to leave a few inches out. Insert the cap into the tube, then finish sliding the tube, making sure it's flush with the bottom of the door. Make sure the holes are clear. Place the latch bracket over these holes, oriented like this, and secure with the hardware. Place the door bracket on the side of the door, making sure that the hardware from the previous step goes through these holes. Using the self-tapping screws, secure the bracket to the door using these holes. Locate these two divots on the top and the bottom of the door, drilling through them with the provided drill bit. Make sure that you only drill through the first layer of metal. Place the lock at the bottom of the door, oriented like this, and secure with the self-tapping screws. Repeat on the top of the door, making sure the lock is oriented like this. If the lock doesn't move freely, you may need to loosen the hardware. Connect the two halves of the handle, place on the front of the door, and secure with the hardware on the back. On the opposite edge of the door, insert the hinge tube, making sure that you leave a few inches out on each end. On the back side of the door, locate this groove around the window, add the butyl tape, and go all the way around. Remove the plastic film on both sides of the window. Place the window on the butyl tape, making sure the holes on the window line up with the divots in the door. Then secure with the hardware. On the back side of the right door, locate these 4 divots, drill them out with the provided drill bit. Make sure you only go through the first layer of plastic. Flip the door over and repeat this process in the front. Line these holes up on the square tube with these holes on the door. Insert the tube in the bottom of the door, making sure that you keep a few inches out. Insert the cap at the end of the tube, then finish sliding until it's flush with the bottom of the door. Make sure the holes are clear. Place the locking hardware on the door, oriented like this, and secure with the hardware. Connect the two halves of the handle, place it on the front of the door, and secure it with the hardware on the back. When adding the long screws, make sure you include this bracket oriented like this. On the opposite edge of the door, insert the hinge tube, making sure to leave a couple inches on each end. On the back side of the door, locate this groove around the window and place butyl tape all the way around. Make sure you save the extra butyl tape because we will use it later. Remove the plastic film on both sides of the window. Place the window over the butyl tape, making sure the holes on the window line with the divots in the door. Now secure with the hardware. There are 4 floor panels, 2 outers and 2 inners. The orientation of the 2 inners matters. You want to make sure that these circular holes are on the outside like this panel and not in the inside like this panel. If the hole is on the inside, rotate the panel 180 degrees. Connect the floor by lifting one panel at an angle, interlocking the tabs and setting it back down. Secure the floor panels together by inserting a screw in the 4 divots along each seam. The doors can be installed on either long edge. Decide where you want them and install the strike plate on this recess. Take the 6 wall panels labeled AHD and insert a wall support in the middle channel, making sure the 2 holes that are close together are at the top, then secure with the hardware. Take the 2 narrow wall panels, place the truss slot cover in this location, oriented like this, and secure with the hardware. On the back side of the 2 narrow panels, insert a wall support in the groove directly below the slot cover. On the panel labeled CKN, make sure the 2 holes closest together are on the top and secure with the hardware. On the panel labeled CKK, make sure the 2 holes that are closest together are on the bottom and then secure with the hardware. On the window wall panel, add a wall support in this groove and secure with the hardware. On the long edge, where we added the strike plate, insert the tabs on the narrow panel labeled CKN into the 3rd and 4th cutouts from this corner. Slide the panel towards the strike plate to lock it in. I'm comfortable using my foot to tap it in. If you're not, use a block and a rubber mallet. Take a corner panel and insert the tabs on the bottom into these 2 cutouts on the right side of the floor. Then slide it towards the front of the shed to lock it into place. Lean the panel away from the floor, fold it in half, and align the tabs on the bottom with the cutouts in the floor. Apply downward pressure to lock it into place. If you're having a difficult time with the tabs locking into place, place a block under each tab individually and apply downward pressure. Make sure the panels are level at the top and secure into place with the 5 screws. Take a regular wall panel and insert the tabs at the bottom into the cutouts in the floor and slide towards the previous panel to lock it into place. Then secure the panels together. Then repeat this process for another wall panel. Add another corner panel using the same method as the first corner panel. Now add a window panel and 2 regular wall panels. The window panel can go into any position. We're going to put it right here. Add another corner panel. Now add the last 2 regular wall panels. Now add the last corner panel. Add the last narrow wall panel in this location. Place the bushings in the circular holes from the bottom up. With the help of a second person, lift a large gable on this side of the shed and secure in place. Line up the holes in the wall header with the divots in the wall panels and secure with the hardware. Take a roof panel and insert a support tube into this channel, making sure it clicks into place. Repeat this process for the remaining roof panels. On the back side of the panel, insert the 4 screw anchors into these cutouts on the same side as the 3-letter ID. Orient the L bracket like this, place over the screw anchor, and secure with the hardware through the oblong hole. Make sure the circular hole in the screw anchor is facing upwards. Take a truss assembly and place it on top of the shed, making sure it rests in these cutouts. While holding the truss, have a second person place the roof panel on the gable and in the truss. Align the holes of the wall panel with the slits of the roof panel and secure with the hardware. Align the holes in the L bracket with the divots in the gable and secure with the hardware. Then secure to the truss. Take a roof panel and add the screw anchors and L brackets using the same method as before, but this time do it on the opposite side of the 3-letter ID. Place the roof panel on the truss, gable, and wall panel and secure with the hardware. If you're having a difficult time getting things to line up, click this link here to see a video on how to properly line up your roof panels. On the opposite side of the shed, install the other large gable and secure with the hardware. Now install the wall header using the same method as before. Now repeat steps 4 through 13 on this side of the shed. Lift up the center truss assembly, making sure that you align the holes on the support tube with the holes on the gutter channel. While someone continues to hold the truss assembly, connect the support tube with the gutter channel using the hardware. Add 2 roof panels to the back wall and secure with the hardware. Take the left door and insert the hinge tube into the bushing. Make sure you line up the hole in the hinge tube with the slit in the bushing. Insert the cotter pin from the outside going in, then flare the ends to lock it into place. Repeat this process with the right door. Place the entry gable on the hinge tubes. Align the end of the center truss with this notch in the entry gable and secure with the hardware through the L bracket. Now finish securing the L bracket to the center truss. Add the right side gable connector oriented like this and secure with the hardware. Repeat these steps on the left side. Take the large angled roof panel and fold these flaps up. Now place on the roof going over the gable. Then secure to the truss through these 4 holes. Take the small angled roof panel and place a strip of extra butyl tape in this groove. Now place on top of the previous panel. While someone applies downward pressure, secure through the truss and the previous panel. Take the triangular roof panels and place them in these locations, making sure that they line up with the other roof panels. While someone applies downward pressure, secure to the truss and roof panel. Take an end cap and insert the foam like this. Slide the end cap onto the front gable. On the inside of the shed, secure the end cap through these 2 holes. Then secure to the outside of the shed. On the inside of the shed, secure the front gable to the roof panel. Place the right gable support against the roof and the gable, oriented like this and secure with the hardware. Make sure the self-tapping screw goes through this hole here. It is designed to go through the plastic and the metal. Repeat these steps for the left gable support. Take the gable header and insert a cap into each end. Place the header against the gable, making sure these dimpled holes are against the gable. Make sure the dimpled hole in the center is facing the floor. Then secure with the hardware, making sure you leave the two center holes empty for now. Then open the doors and secure through the two center holes, making sure the nut is on the inside. Take the remaining two end caps and insert the foam like this. Take a skylight and bend it slightly and put a connector on the end. Repeat this step with two more skylights and two more connectors. Then connect the skylights together. This step might be difficult because the skylights and connectors are designed to be a snug fit. Now place the skylight onto the roof. Then add the end cap, making sure it slides onto the skylight and roof panels. Repeat on the opposite side. Now connect the end caps on the inside and the outside of the shed. Secure the skylights to the roof panels. Be very careful not to over-tighten this hardware. There are 3 height settings for your shelf, indicated by these divots here. Add the triangular shelf brackets to these slits in the wall support at the height you chose. Insert the screw anchors into the divots in the wall at the same height as the shelf brackets. Attach the shelf support bracket into the screw anchors, making sure it's oriented like this. Next, place the shelf onto the support brackets, making sure the front is facing towards you. Now secure with the hardware. Repeat these steps on the opposite side of the shed. Remove the plastic film on both sides of the window. With the curved edge at the top facing towards you, slide the window into the wall. Now secure the latch at the top left corner of the window. Make sure the latch slides freely. Now insert the screw in the hole at the bottom of the window. Insert the 6 wall hooks into any of the slots in the wall panel. Next, you will need to make sure that your doors are level. Click this link here to see a video, or refer to your manual in section 12 to see how to properly level your doors. Once the doors are leveled, go inside, have someone lock the door behind you, and finish tightening the hardware on the left door. This section goes over how to anchor your shed to the foundation. Since we're indoors, we're not going to be able to do that, but it's important that you do. So refer to your manual in section 13 to see how to properly anchor your shed to your foundation. Thank you for watching this video on how to assemble your lifetime 9.5 by 7 foot outdoor storage shed. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team and check out our other amazing products at lifetime.com.